CZ stepping down as CEO of Binance was really just an ode to the legacy financial system, letting everybody know that the CRAPTO era is over and the new legacy CRAPTO era begins. Welcome back, everyone. For the people in the U.S., hope you had a great Thanksgiving weekend. And for the people not in the U.S., I hope you had a great weekend. Anyways, I think BitBoy's down hard. Anyways, this video came out on the 25th. And no, this is not the main story, but I absolutely had to show this. We had to talk about it because this, I'm sorry, but like, he shilled FTT token, okay, which you'll see in the weekly episode that actually drops the day before this video drops. Yeah, so he shilled FTT token recently in the last week, and now all of a sudden this video comes out, and don't get me wrong, I know that he may think that this is coming across like he's tough and he's winning, but like this video really screams some type of serious mental issues, or the lack of medication, the lack of therapy, all of those things.
My name is Ben Armstrong. People used to call me BitBoy, and that made me mad. I used to have the biggest crypto channel in America, and now I don't. And that makes me want to punch somebody. I want to fight because I'm tired of talking words on the internet, and I'm ready to throw these hands.
No, AJ, it's definitely okay.
Okay, well, look, I'm gonna put the link in the show notes. Everybody can watch the whole video. So look, I think in terms of marketing, right? I think he's doing a great job. This is some good marketing. I just hope that I just hope that really, if he does need therapy, that he is seeking therapy. Okay. Anyways, to me though, this just seems like Ben Armstrong down hard. Anyways, let's continue to the main part of today's episode. So last week we reported on what was going on at Binance, right? You guys, for the people that paid attention to that episode, you know what my opinion is. I believe that legacy finance has decided to take over the space, and what better way than to have Binance hand off the reins, right? And make sure that CZ has his day of humiliation in front of everyone. It's okay though, he's absolutely loaded, so who cares? I know he doesn't really care, or at least I don't think he cares. But people were speculating how much time he would get. Let's dive into it. Former Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao faces potential 10-year sentence. On November 24th, the prosecutors claimed that Zhao voluntarily appeared in the U.S. to face justice. The court stated that Zhao was allowed to remain free until his sentencing. The decision failed because the court believed Mr. Zhao presented no flight risk. Contrary to the perception that the court had no concerns about Zhao being a flight risk, the filing clarified that Zhao presented a flight risk that could be managed, according to the filing, requiring Zhao to remain in the U.S. and preventing him from returning to the safe haven of the UAE until sentencing is a reasonable restriction. So you see, they're mentioning 10 years up at the top, but take a look at this. The reality is that the top end of the guidelines range may be as high as 18 months. and then, of course, there'll be some time knocked off from that 18 months. Like, the reality is that if he spends 6 to 12 months in jail, I'd be pretty impressed. Anyways, the United States is free to argue for any sentence up to the statutory maximum of 10 years. Yeah, so they can argue for up to 10 years. Most likely they're not going to get that. Because actually, you know what? We're going to discuss this because don't forget, Binance stepped on legacy finance's toes, right? They dipped into their pond and did the same business as them. Right? And they didn't ask for permission. They didn't kiss the ring, and they didn't bow. So now they're going to have to pay. So who knows? Maybe he does get 10 years. Who knows? We'll see. John Reed Stark, former chief of the SEC Office of Internet Enforcement, said that Zhao could take some action to blow up his plea arrangement. He added that Zhao might not cooperate and violate his plea conditions. Furthermore, Stark characterized, and this is the part I think is very interesting, okay? Because remember something, at the end of the day, whether we want to sit there and think that Binance is this bad actor in the space, I don't personally. I mean, they're just a shitcoin exchange. They're no different than any other shitcoin exchange, right? It's like that's just what it is. But the thing is that what he did, right, or what Binance did, is being painted as absolutely treacherous, okay, and just horrible on all levels of humanity. Stark characterized Zhao's alleged crimes as tantamount to mass murder and mayhem. He added that Zhao enabled a range of illicit actors to use Binance freely by failing to comply with anti-money laundering regulations. Many crypto community members disagreed with Stark's words and stated that the Department of Justice doesn't prosecute big bank executives as they did Zhao. This is true. This is true. I just want to remind everyone, Stark characterized Zhao's alleged crimes as tantamount to mass murder and mayhem. This is the biggest money laundering case in the U.S., okay? Wachovia Bank, $380 billion. And keep in mind, they only had to pay $160 million settlement, okay? And that's for drugs, right? Drugs destroy families, right? Kill people. Unfortunately, because of the way that the drugs are distributed and handled, right? You have high friction situations that involve violence, situations that just involve absolutely terrible things. And it's the most hypocritical, psychotic shit, because the reality is that Binance probably didn't do anything half as bad as Wachovia or very similar to Wachovia. And yet they're obviously being treated much differently. And that is because the winners and losers are picked. That is how it works. And speaking of which, say hello to Richard Tang, Binance's new CEO, right? And they're just, in my eyes, he's just a plant. He is there to do the bidding of the legacy financial system. Let's dive into it. Tang says he will work to reassure customers that the company is still financially stable despite its record-shattering $4.3 billion penalty amid $800 million and counting of customer outflows. Experts agree that Tang has his work cut out for him since the DOJ began its investigation. Several key figures at Binance, counterterrorism executive Jennifer Hicks, head of product Mayur Kamat, senior VP of compliance Stephen Christie, APAC head Leon Fong, and chief strategy officer Patrick Hillman have left the company. GMEX Group CEO Harinder Misra told Bloomberg that Tang has a respected regulatory background. That's right. But it's more than just a respected regulatory background. See, Richard Tang is endorsed by the lizard people. I'm just kidding, but I'm not. Anyways, Tang held his position of Binance's global head of regional markets before his promotion to CEO this month. He joined Binance as the CEO of its Singapore arm in August 2021. In April this year, he advanced to become regional head of Binance's cross-Europe, Asia, Middle East, and Africa divisions. The experienced and credentialed Richard Tang is taking over as the company's CEO, as its old CEO awaits criminal sentencing. Only time will tell, but it seems that an adult has finally taken the helm at Binance. Everyone, say hello to Richard Tang on the World Economic Forum website. That's right. Richard joined Abu Dhabi Global Market in March 2015. He is responsible and oversees the development and administration of financial services, regulatory, and supervisory framework of ADGM to promote fair, open, and transparent financial markets. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. So what we are witnessing at this point is something that I have mentioned now in several different videos. It is the legacy financial system creep. I believe that they have determined that they can make an insane amount of money. When I say they, I'm talking about legacy finance. I'm talking about the JP Morgans, the Goldman Sachs, BlackRocks, all of these companies. They have all figured out what the shitcoiners have figured out a long time ago. But the thing is this, right? It's a story. It's a story that's being told, and you need to pay attention to how it's being told. The old CRAPTO guys were bad, right? The regulated, well-known, familiar system, okay, that keeps everything going, right? It doesn't matter that Wachovia Bank was responsible for the largest money laundering banking scandal in history. It doesn't matter, okay? That it's irrelevant because these guys can be trusted. They're the regulators, okay? They're the ones who come in and play by the rules, okay? So that everybody gets their shot at the dream, okay? They're just there to help everybody play by the rules. That's all. It's benevolent. It's just so pathetic and sad. Legacy finance saw how much money they can make. Okay, they see how easy it is to fleece unsuspecting noobs. Why would you continue to allow somebody like CZ to get wealthier and wealthier to the point where he can actually take over control? That's not what their goal is. Their goal, okay, is to maintain control at all costs. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. So unfortunately, these things will continue to happen. And as Bitcoiners, as we always say, Bitcoin is the life draft. Bitcoin allows us to exit this financial charade, okay? And it allows us to see things a little bit more clearly. Anyways, this is to me, it's a legacy finance coup in CRAPTO. This is why Bitcoin only. Guys, that does it for today's clip. Like, subscribe. I will catch you all tomorrow.